More than 2 centuries ago, in a quiet European city, a single family began to shape the flow of money in ways the world barely understood. While kings ruled with crowns and armies, a different kind of power was being built behind closed doors, written in ledgers, sealed in letters, and protected by silence. Long before billionaires became celebrities, before stock tickers flashed on screens, a fortune was rising that would change how wealth itself worked. To understand that fortune, we have to go back to a time when banks were not skyscrapers, but ideas. In the late 1700s, Europe was a mess fractured by war, unstable governments, and fragile economies. Gold moved slowly. Information moved even slower. Then came a man named Meyer Amscher Rothschild. He didn't start with armies or land. He started with trust. From a small shop in Frankfurt, he built relationships with nobles, merchants, and rulers. People who needed money moved discreetly and reliably across borders. But what made the Rothschilds different wasn't just wealth, it was structure. Meyer sent his 5 sons to Europe's most powerful cities: London, Paris, Vienna, Naples, and Frankfurt. Each son ran a branch of the family business, but they all shared information through a network of private couriers. This was revolutionary. While governments waited weeks for critical news, the Rothschild network often knew what was happening days earlier. In finance, time is power, and the Rothschilds controlled time. Wars only accelerated their rise. As Europe burned during the Napoleonic Wars, governments desperately needed loans to fund their armies. The Rothschilds supplied capital where others couldn't, figuring out how to move gold across hostile territories. There's a famous story, still debated today, that claims they've learned of Napoleon's defeat at Waterloo before the British government did. Whether that's myth or truth, the reality is clear. This information advantage, this asymmetry, made their fortunes grow faster than Canaans ever could. By the mid-1800s, the Rothschilds were the financiers of the modern world. They funded railways, mines, governments, and even central banks. They helped create the very systems we know today: bond markets, sovereign debt, international finance. But here's the twist. Their wealth was never designed to be visible. Unlike today's billionaires, the Rothschild fortune was meant to spread across generations, trusts, and institutions. It wasn't about one name on a rich list. It was influence embedded deep into the system itself. Now, let's compare that to the richest people of our time. Modern billionaires, tech founders, investors, industrialists build wealth through massive public companies whose values are calculated every single second. Their net worth rises and falls with stock prices. Think of Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bernard Arnault. Their fortunes are immense, but they are also transparent, measurable, and incredibly volatile. Their power is loud, public, and constantly judged by the market. The Rothschild fortune operates on a completely different principle. It is quieter, more defensive, and far less exposed. Over generations, the family avoided the risk of catastrophic collapse through diversification, primacy, and patience. While a modern billionaire might gain or lose tens of billions of dollars in a single year, the Rothschild legacy is focused on preservation, not spectacle. And this difference reveals a deeper truth about money. The loudest wealth is not always the most powerful. The climax of the story isn't a dramatic fall from grace, but a quiet transformation. As the 20th century brought new regulations, world wars, and rising nationalism, the Rothschilds stepped back from public dominance. Their influence didn't disappear, revolt. Governments took over the roles of central banking. Huge corporations replaced family empires. The age of the visible celebrity billionaire began. And yet, the very system the Rothschilds helped build still governs global finance today. International loans, central banking, bond markets, all these trace their roots back to those early financial innovations. Modern wealth stands on a foundation laid centuries ago. So, the real comparison here isn't just about numbers. It's about philosophy. Today's richest people build fast, scale quickly, and live their lives in the spotlight. The Rothschilds built slowly, strategically, and in silence. One represents the incredible speed of the modern world. The other represents the quiet endurance of history. In the end, this story leaves us with a haunting question. Is true wealth about how much you have at any given moment, or is it about how long your power lasts? Thanks for watching.